Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to you with another daily reading vlog. Today is the 1st of September. Happy September, everybody! I cannot believe it. This year is going by so quickly. So, yeah, happy Friday. Off work, of course. Do not go back to work till Tuesday. The husband took today off as well, so we can kind of hang out today, kind of give ourselves together a nice long weekend, which is always sweet. So I'm in the book room right now. Sorry about the weird lighting in my glasses, but decided to start the vlog in here instead of in my car because I'm about to go get in the car because Garrett and I are heading out. We're actually going to the Book Outlet store. So yeah, there is a book outlet. It is in Welland, Ontario, which is actually close to Niagara Falls. So it's a little bit of a drive. So we talked about this last week. We decided to do like a day trip. So we're heading out there. I'm going to get Garrett to hopefully get some video in the car of us driving. And of course, I will get some video at the store. So I don't know if I'm going to get a ton of reading done today, but it's definitely going to be a bookish day. But I will update you guys as we go. So like I said, I just want to come on, say hi. I got to go. I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye, everybody. Hi friends, so we made a pit stop to stretch our legs because it was, like I said, like a good hour and a half drive. Right now I'm standing on Lake Ontario, or right on Lake Ontario, around the horseshoe as they call it, close to Niagara. I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see it because I look at this and it looks like the ocean. Like, this does not look like a lake. It's unbelievable. There's a reason these are called the Great Lakes. So here we go, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me over the waves, but to show you how far we are, Toronto is dead ahead, just over the horizon. I can see it with my eyes. It's very hazy, but I can definitely see that it's the city because I can see the large tower in the center. But yeah, what I'll try and do is I'll try and stick a map up of where I am compared to where we came from, just in case you guys are curious at the distance. But yeah, this has been an enjoyable pit stop, I'll tell you that. Hi friends, sorry for the perhaps weird lighting in here. I am in the car. I am waiting for Garrett. He went into the liquor store. He wants to go pick himself up something for the long weekend. But anyway, so we are back in town and we went all the way to the book outlet. I did not get any video inside the book outlet because it was jam-packed. Garrett and I show up and there's like people directing traffic. Turns out the store itself is closing. 50% off everything in the store. Everything in the store. I bought a few books. I think I got something like 13 books, 12 or 13 books for like $70, which is pretty gosh darn good. So once I get home, I will show those to you guys. I'll do a little book haul. I didn't just get books. I also got a tote bag and I got one of the Book Outlet teddy bears, because why not? But yeah, I am sad that the store's closing, but I am super, super glad that we went because I had no idea it was closing. So it was really great to be able to get out there before it did, and the fact that it was 50% off. Now, the store itself did not have a lot of stock. I mean, the girl at the counter, I overheard her saying to another customer that the closing date was the 16th of September,
or when they run out of books, essentially. So, but the online store is still going to be available. It's just that the store itself is going to be closed. So anyway, yeah, glad I went. I have not done any reading. It is now like almost 4 o'clock. And actually, I'm really tired. It's been a long drive today. So, and a lot of fresh air too. Like Garrett and I got out of the car a couple times to look at the lake and do some walking around and stuff like that. So it was a really pleasant day out, to be completely honest. But I said to Garrett, for the rest of the weekend, we are doing nothing. We're going to relax. I want to enjoy the next 3 days before I start my new job. So anyway, I can see him. It looks like he found what he wanted, so I will talk to you guys in a bit. Bye.
Hi friends, it is now almost 5 o'clock and I am home, and this is actually going to be the last clip of this vlog. I got a lot of good stuff in this vlog, I feel, with the traveling and, you know, the outdoor pictures and stuff like that. And then now I'm going to have like a book haul. I think that this is going to be it for this vlog. I have not done any reading today still. It's 1st of September and I want to get some reading done. I am reading Deserts, Driving and Derelicts by Toni Kappes, which is the second book in the Campers and Criminals Cozy Mystery Series. I'll have a picture of it up here. And I'm also just started last night. I read the first chapter of Just Don't Fall by Emma St. Clair, which is the first book in the Sweater Weather Cozy Romance series, Sweet Romance series that's available on Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing some reading on tonight. But let me show you guys the great stuff I got at Book Outlet. Everything is in a box on the floor in front of me. So you're going to have to bear with as I reach down and grab some things. So let's start off with the stuff that is not books. So first of all, I got this. This stuff was at the checkout. It's one of those impulse buys. The entire store was 50% off. So I got him. I just thought he was so cute. It kind of looks like a black cat, a little bit, sort of. It's definitely Halloween-esque. His name is Mystic, I think. Mystic. It's like a Beanie Baby kind of. Well, it's got the tie thing here. But it was like $2. So I thought he'd be super cute on my desk at work at my new job. So I got him. And then this was the last one that they had. It was on the last one on the shelf. I don't know if they had more in the back. But this was the last one that I saw. And it is the Book Outlet Bear. So I decided to go ahead and grab him as well. It looks like one of those old-fashioned teddy bears. That's what I absolutely loved about him. So yay on that one. And then I also got another tote bag. So I need a tote bag like I need a hole in the head. But I got this one, which is To Kill a Mockingbird by, obviously by Harper Lee. So that is the front of the bag. And on the back of the bag, it has the quote from the book. Shoot all the blue jays you want if you can hit them. But remember, it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. So yeah, I do really, really like To Kill a Mockingbird, the book. So when I saw this, I had to grab it. They had different ones for different books, like Fahrenheit 451 and this, that, and the other thing. But this is the only book that I had actually read and I was familiar with and I enjoyed. So that's why I picked this one up. They also had a t-shirt hanging there that said Live and Let Die, Ian Fleming. So it's a James Bond. If it was one size bigger, I would have bought it, but unfortunately it wasn't going to fit me. So it is what it is. Anyway, let me grab some of the book. These are all a mishmash. They are, just books that I kind of grabbed. To be honest, with the fact that sorry, I'm just kind of picking a sticker off here. With the fact that the store was 50% off, everything was kind of in shambles, to be honest. People would pick things up, put them in their cart, and then as they're walking around decide, oh, I don't want this, and then put it down somewhere where it doesn't belong, which is really frustrating. But I wasn't going in to look for anything specific, right? And I think that's definitely helpful. Like if you're looking for something specific, forget it, you're not going to find it. But I am super, super happy with everything that I got. And again, sorry, the entire store was 50% off. This is the only sticker that gave me trouble for some reason. So the first book that I have here is 10 Things I Hate About Pinky by Sandhya Menon. Now I have read this. This is, I think, the third or fourth book in the When Dimple Met Rishi series. But this is a hardcover. So I think it was $9 and I got it for $4.50. So, right? Yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed this entire series and I'd love to give it a reread. So I am going to look for the rest of them. But yeah, so I picked that one up. The next one, I got 3 books in this series and I'm super stoked. None of them are the first book.
unfortunately. But I think all of them were $8, so they were $4 a piece. And that is 3 books in the A Magical Cats Mystery Series by Sophie Kelly. So I got this one, A Case of Cat and Mouse. Absolutely delightful. I love these little hardcover editions. So $4, this retailed for $35. So $31 off, my friends. $31 off. The other one that I got, the third one, I think is, oh no, the third one is down here. So the next one, and these are probably completely out of order, is A Tale of Two Kitties. Again, love, love, love the covers. I would love to get the entire set in these editions, but they'll probably be expensive. Maybe I can check out thrift books. And then I also got Hooked on a Feline. Absolutely delightful. So I got those books. Let me move my sunglasses out of the way. So because everything was like cheap, I ended up picking up some things that I wouldn't necessarily have picked up. Like the books that I just showed you, I was familiar with. Like I've read 10 Things I Hate About Pinky. And I really want to read the Sophie Kelly series because I've heard a lot of good things about it. But some of these other things, like this book, I think was like, it had a sticker price of $8, so it was $4. And it's The Troubled Girls of Dragonmere Academy by Anne Urso. It is a middle grade. And it says, a suspenseful tale woven with secrets and magic with a gasp-worthy twist at the end. This book is everything I love about fantasy spellbinding. So I don't know if it's spooky or not, but I know my friend Storm over at Storm Reads is doing a Halloween. So I'll have to, which is spooky books, middle grade and what have you, spooky books. So yeah, this I think might count for that. That's kind of what made me want to go ahead and pick it up. But it's, again, it's a hardcover book. Retailed for, originally, I'm just curious, $22. Thank you very much. This is one book that I had heard about, but had put it on my wish list to actually read. And I'm glad that I'm finally now going to get to it. And this is The Gilded Girl by Alyssa Coleman. So there it is. It's another middle grade. This sounds very much like a magical sort of retelling of A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burdett, which is one of my favorite books. My father read that to me when I was a little girl, and I very much remember the story because the main character's name is also Sarah. And anyway, this one is about a girl who's at a boarding school, and Miss Prosperity's Academy for Practical Magic is the best kindling school in New York City, and wealthy 12-year-old Emma Harris is accustomed to the best. But when her father dies, leaving her penniless, hence the retelling of A Little Princess, Emma is reduced to working off her debts to Miss Prosperity's alongside Izzy, a fearless servant girl who refuses to let her own magic be snuffed out, even if society dictates that it must. Emma and Izzy reluctantly form a pact. If Izzy teaches Emma how to carry on as a servant, Emma will reveal to Izzy everything she knows about magic. So kind of sort of the whole aspect of the little girl being at a boarding school and her father passing away, and she's now working at the school. That's that's the entire plot of A Little Princess. So yeah, and I love the cat. As you can see, every time he's in shadow, it's a dragon. And on the back, look at that. Sorry for the sticker, but isn't that delightful? So yeah, and he's even on the spine. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So yay, I'm looking forward to that one. I got a romance. We have A Christmas House Wedding by Victoria James. This is a floppy trade paperback. 'Tis the season at the Christmas house, and Ruby Harris is getting married, but a winter storm of emotion could derail the whole affair. So yeah, that is this one. Looks really, really good. Let me grab the rest of the books. Next up, we have another Christmas romance. This is an author I have never heard of before, but the cover really drew me in, and it's called Home for Christmas by Courtney Cole. Again, it was like $2.50. From New York Times bestselling author Courtney Cole, the magic of the Christmas season sends a woman back in time to the 1940s, where she meets her own grandmother and learns the true meaning of family and holiday. It sounds absolutely delightful. So yeah, I read that little bit on the back and I went, yes, please. The next one is a anthology, but I am very familiar with one of the authors. The other two I am not familiar with, so that's always fun to read new to you authors. So we have A Texas Kind of Christmas by Jody Thomas, Cecilia Bodance, and Rachel Miles, I think, are the other authors. But yeah, cowboy with a little puppy. It's Christmas Eve, 1859, and everyone who's anyone is headed to the glorious St. Nicholas Hotel for the most talked about ball of the season. It's the kind of Texas night where anything can happen, even love. So all 3 stories center around the same event, and it's historical. I wouldn't have guessed that from looking at his clothing. His clothing to me doesn't feel historical. That coat, maybe not, and I don't know. But the wooden house behind him definitely does. So yeah, this one sounds really good. One Night at St. Nicholas is the Jodie Thomas story. Birdie's Flight is by Cecilia Bodance. And Spirit of Texas by Rachel Miles. So yeah, this one sounds really, really cute. Yeah, 1859. I like the dedication. Thank you, Cecilia, for calling me on New Year's Eve to ask me to join you and Rachel on this fun adventure. I love that. That's delightful. Another romance by Amy Pine. This is The Bloom Girls. 2 generations of women, 1 year they'll never forget. I swore up and down that a couple years ago on NetGalley I had gotten a copy of this, but I deleted my NetGalley at the time. So, a charming, funny, and utterly engaging mother-daughter story that celebrates family second chances and falling in love. So I think Amy Pine typically writes more on the spicier side of romance. I have not read her personally, but those of you who have, do let me know. But yeah, looks really good. Again, it was like $2 or $3. And then we got, this is a reread from me, but I do want to reread it. I read it years and years ago. I'm a huge fan. And with right now the hype and well received hype for The Wishing Game by Meg Stafford, you know who it is, the one that everybody got in the Book of the Month box. That's Tiffany Rice. And so seeing one of her books on the shelf made me very happy. This is The Bourbon Thief. This was a dark, kind of twisty family tale. Betrayal, revenge, and a family scandal that bore a 150-year-old mystery. So yeah, this was really, really good. A family with bourbon in its blood and blood on its hands. This was really, really good. I highly recommend this book. Yeah, it's got, I don't want to give anything away, but it definitely has a plot line running through it that would be considered to be crossing the line for some people. You know, a little, you know, pushing the envelope, however you want to phrase it. It does have to deal with a relationship between 2 members of the same family. Think very Flowers in the Attic-esque, but not, I don't think it's siblings, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure it's cousins. But still, that's not excusing it. I'm just saying that, you know, tread lightly, depending on your personal, it was still a really good book. The next one I got, I was super happy to find. I do enjoy this series. I've read 1 or 2 of the books. And when I saw this one in hardcover, I'm like, okay, I gotta pick that up. So we have Turns of Endearment by Donna Andrews, which is one of the books in the Meg Langslow mystery series. I love the cover on this one. It reminds me of Lou from the Julianne Lindsay, not Julianne Lindsay, well, it is Julianne Lindsay, but her pen name. The Seaside Cafe mystery series by Brie Baker, like with the seagull. It looks like, I have no idea what number this is in the series, but there has been a bunch of them written up until this point. So yeah, looking forward to getting to that one eventually. And last but not least, this is another book that I actually had on a wish list and I saw it. This was the first book I grabbed. It was on a table. There was like 2 other copies. So I snagged it up and I'm really happy that I did. So speaking of A Little Princess, this is another sort of retelling of A Little Princess. We have A Secret Princess by Margaret Stoll and Melissa de la Cruz. A Princess, a Garden, and a Secret or Two. I saw a booktuber talking about this a couple of years ago and I'm like, I really need to read that. It sounds really good. So it says, inspired by 3 of Frances Hodgson Burnett's most beloved characters, this mashup of A Little Princess and The Secret Garden. So it's a mashup of the 2 stories. It is magical, it sounds like. A school designed for families who have a specific desire to forget they ever had children. So Sarah Crew, it's actually Sarah Crew and Mary Lennox. I think Mary Lennox is the character from A Secret Garden. Are at this school together and befriend each other, and the story goes from there. Now, I maybe read A Secret Garden many, many years ago, but I really don't remember the story that well. So I think I'm going to have to give it a reread before I read this one. But yeah, it was a hardcover. It was like $4. So how am I supposed to say no to that? So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm super, super happy that I found it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous edition too. Me saying that I'm not going to buy any more physical books, and here we are. I've really got to do something about these shelves behind me. There are a lot of books that do need to go. There's an entire bookshelf over here that you guys can't see that my ring light is actually sitting on top of. The entire bookshelf can be cleaned out of stuff. It's just become a clearinghouse for stuff. So all of the books on there are going to go. So that's going to literally open up an entire bookcase. It's not a big bookcase like one of these ones. It's a skinnier one, and it's like only like a 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of a 5. So it's only a 4, and it's like half the width. So it's not as big, but still. So anyway, that's it for today's vlog, you guys. Like I said, I'm going to cut this one short. Well, I don't think it's going to be short because I've now been talking for 15 minutes. But cut it off here. I'm going to go and relax and do some reading tonight. And stay tuned tomorrow for another daily reading vlog. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Bye.